Harry, you know, it wasn't until we thought Albus had gone that I truly understood what my mother was able to do for me. A counter-charm so powerful that it was able to repel the spell of death. Ginny, and the only spell Voldemort couldn't understand. Love. Harry, I do love him specifically, Ginny. Ginny, I know, but he needs to feel it. Harry, I'm lucky to have you, aren't I? Ginny, extremely. And I'd be delighted to discuss just how lucky at another time. But for now, let's focus on stopping Delphi. Harry, we are running out of time. A thought occurs to Ginny. Ginny, unless... Harry, has anyone thought... Why did she pick now? Today? Harry, because this is the day that everything changed. Ginny, right now you're over a year old, am I right? Harry, a year and 3 months. Ginny, that's a year and 3 months she could have killed you in. Even now she's been in Godric's Hollow for 24 hours. What's she waiting for? Harry, I'm still not entirely following. Ginny, what if she's not waiting for you? She's waiting for him. To stop him. Harry, what? Ginny, Delphi's picked tonight because he's here. Because her father is coming. She wants to meet him. Be with him, the father she loves. Voldemort's problem started when he attacked you. If he hadn't done that, Harry, he'd have only gotten more powerful. The darkness would only have got darker. Ginny, the best way to break the prophecy is not to kill Harry Potter. It's to stop Voldemort doing anything at all. Yeah, and so that's what I thought. Well, I never thought that she was going to kill Harry herself because, I suppose she would have known Voldemort was very, I mean, this of course was later, after Harry had defied him several times, but yeah, after that happened, Voldemort was very adamant that he wanted to kill Harry himself, so I don't think he would have felt that as strongly now, but he still might have been disappointed to find out that someone else did it for him. So once, I think it was Albus and Scorpius who assumed that her plan was to kill Harry. I was like, oh, okay. But I originally didn't think that was her plan. I thought her plan was to tell him what was going to happen and that he was still going to kill Harry, but that he was, instead of killing Lily, going to just force her aside so she would never have had the chance to sacrifice herself and kill Harry that way. And then afterward, he could kill Lily if he wanted to, or if not. And then maybe, I don't know if she would ever have gone to Snape. I mean, Snape, well, he had already switched allegiances. But of course, Lily had no way of knowing that. And still, she would not have been too happy with Snape if she found out that he really only cared about protecting her. So I still couldn't see if Voldemort had decided to allow her to live. I just still don't see her getting together with Snape. Sorry, Snape. Did he ever? Whatever. Yeah, I mean, he definitely, I suppose if he'd never attacked the Potters and killed them, then they would have been able to continue fighting in the Order. And so, I mean, we don't know how strong the Order was back then, and if it had any chance. It wasn't really clear. Voldemort obviously fell, because of Lily and Harry, but we don't know if that had not happened, what would happen. So let's see. Act 4, Scene 10. Godric's Hollow, St. Jerome's Church, 1981. The group are gathered and full of confusion. Ron, so let me get this right. We're fighting to protect Voldemort? Albus, Voldemort killing my grandparents. Voldemort trying to kill my dad? Hermione, of course, Ginny. Delphi's not trying to kill Harry. She's stopping Voldemort trying to kill Harry. Brilliant. Draco, so we just wait until Voldemort turns up? Albus, does she know when he turns up? Hasn't she come here 24 hours early because she isn't sure when he'll arrive and in what direction? The history books, correct me if I'm wrong, Scorpius, show nothing about when and how he arrived in Godric's Hollow. Scorpius and Hermione, you're not wrong. Ron, blimey, there are 2 of them. Draco, so how can we use this to our advantage? Albus, do you know what I'm really good at? Harry, there's plenty you're good at, Albus. Albus, polyjuicing. And I think Bathilda Bagshot may have all the ingredients for polyjuice in her basement. We can polyjuice into Voldemort and bring her to us. Okay, first of all, that is super creepy. Second of all, Voldemort's bald, so how would they get hair? I mean, you can use any part of the person's body. It doesn't have to be hair. That's just the one that they always choose. But again, earlier in this play, they polyjuiced into Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and it's never said that they got their hair or any other part of their body at all. Oh my god, she's so cute. So I don't know, maybe in this iteration of the Harry Potter world, they can just choose who they want to polyjuice into. Okay. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Ron. Ron, to polyjuice, you need a bit of someone. We don't have a bit of Voldemort. Hermione, but I like the concept, a pretend mouse for her cat. Harry, how close can we get through transfiguration? Hermione, we know what he looks like. We've got some excellent witches and wizards and witches here. Ginny, you want to transfigure into Voldemort? Albus, it's the only way. Hermione, it is, isn't it? Ron steps forward bravely. I don't know, I feel like Ron would give himself away too easily. I don't know if Ron could do a good Voldemort. Ron, then I think I should be him. I mean, it won't be exactly nice being Voldemort, but without wishing to blow my own trumpet, I am probably... Excuse me? But without wishing to blow my own trumpet, I am probably the most chilled out of all of us, and so maybe transfiguring into the Dark Lord, will do less damage to me than any of you more intense people. Harry steps away, introspective. Hermione, who are you calling intense? Draco, I'd also like to volunteer. I think being Voldemort requires precision, no offense, Ron, and a knowledge of dark magic, and... Hermione, and I'd like to volunteer too. As Minister for Magic, I think it's my responsibility and right. Scorpius, maybe we should draw lots. Draco, you're not volunteering, Scorpius. Albus, actually, Ginny, no way, I think you're all mad. I know what that voice is like inside your head. I won't have it in mine again. Of course. Harry, and anyway, it has to be me. Everyone turns to Harry. Draco, what? Harry, for this plan to work, she has to believe it's him without hesitation. She'll use Parseltongue, and I knew there was a reason why I still have that ability. Yeah, I still don't understand that. How did he get it back? Because it was said that he did not. That is a really good point, though. She'll use Parseltongue, and I knew there was a reason why I still have that ability. But more than that, I know what it is to feel like him. I know what it is to be him. It has to be me. Ron, rubbish. Beautifully put, but beautiful rubbish. No way are you going to... Hermione, I'm afraid you're right, my old friend. Ron, Hermione, you're wrong. Voldemort is not something to be. Harry should not... Ginny, and I hate to agree with my brother, but... Ron, he could get stuck as Voldemort forever. Hermione, so could any of us. Your concerns are valid, but... Harry, hang on, Hermione. Ginny and Harry make eye contact. I won't do it if you don't want me to, but it feels like the only way to me. Am I wrong? Ginny thinks a moment and then softly nods. Harry's face hardens. Ginny, you're right. Harry, then let's do this. Draco, don't we need to discuss the route you're taking? Harry, she's watching for him. She'll come to me. Draco, and then what? When she's with you, may I remind you this is a very powerful witch. Ron, easy. He gets her in here, we zap her together. Draco, zap her? Hermione looks around the room. We'll hide behind these doors. If you can get to her If you can get her to this point, Harry. She indicates the point where the light from the rose window hits the floor. Then we come out and make sure she has no chance to escape. Ron, with a look to Draco. And then we'll zap her. Hermione, Harry, last chance. Are you sure you can do this? Harry, yes, I can do this. Draco, no, there's too many what ifs, too many things that can go wrong. The transfiguration could not hold, she could see through it. If she escapes us now, there's no telling the damage she can do. We need time to properly plan to... Albus, Draco, trust my dad. He won't let us down. Wow. Now that is a moment. Like, Albus must have said that without even realizing it. Like, he's like been forcefully against his dad for so long. Like, I like that. All right, so he's learning. He's growing. Harry noticed. Albus didn't notice, but Harry did. Harry looks at Albus, moved. Hermione, wands. Everyone withdraws their wands. Harry clasps his. There's a light that builds, that overwhelms. The transfiguration is slow and monstrous. And the form of Voldemort emerges from Harry, and it's horrendous. He turns. He looks around at his friends and family. They look back, aghast. Ron, bloody hell. Harry / Voldemort. It worked then. Ginny, gravely. Yes, it worked.